Gotta stay
What up, what up, what up?
committed.
It's
Yeah,
your boy
I'm
Bazz, and
going.
y'all tuned in to another episode of Ends Podcast. This episode in particular, we're gonna be talking about having an effective, you feel me, project release. And I'm talking about that music. As y'all all know, we recently been dropping music, tracks and stuff like that on all available on all major streaming platforms. Go and get it. It's out right now. Go stream it. You feel me? Go show your boys some love. But for right now, speaking to all the music artists that's out there right now, we're going to be talking about, if you're on your independent grind, what are some key things to be aware of when it comes down to having an effective project release. Yes, we talking about effective project release. And a lot of people, we kind of, when you start from the ground up, you don't really know too much. You feel me? And that's what a lot of people go to majors for, because majors gonna help you actually do the whole release project, and go through that whole marketing. You feel me? They gonna have a marketing, machine behind you. But a lot of us is independent. You got technology where you could do a lot of this stuff yourself. You just gotta apply yourself, and applying yourself come with knowing what questions to ask and knowing where to focus at. So I'm gonna just go down probably like my top 3 or 4 things that I feel like every artist should focus on, especially if you're trying to have an effective product release. When I say product release, I mean song release, a single release. Let me say product, single release. But you can also look at this in different aspects of business. No matter what type of product you're trying to launch, you got to think about what's that launching strategy I got. And 3 things to think about. For one, you got to come packaging. Your packaging got to be a big deal. Especially because now it's going to be something that you're going to be branding, you're going to be promoting on social media. You feel me? It might become your profile picture. So when it come down to it, and since we talking about singles, music, albums, that's your cover art. You feel me? And a lot of times what can delay the release of your music is these distribution companies. They want an image that fit. Your image got to fit a certain requirement. You feel me? As far as size, but also the content that's on there. You feel me? So if that is out of whack, and a lot of these platforms, for example, repost by SoundCloud. I always say SoundCloud repost. Repost by SoundCloud, which is a distribution company by SoundCloud. They got a 3 to 4 day review process when it come down to you submitting your music, right? If your album cover art or anything is thrown off, for sometimes they won't even let you submit it. You feel me? It won't even let you submit your cover art. But that's one of the main things, though. If your server, if it's thrown off, you can't even submit the music. You feel me? And that's gonna delay the project. And then also, what you gotta think about too, this single art is what you're gonna be sharing. Like I said before, you're gonna be sharing this on social media. When people scrolling down on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, or anything like that, that cover art gotta stand out. It gotta you want your cover art to basically be it's the first representation of you and your project. You feel me? That's gonna help people kind of determine if this shit is some bullshit or if it's worth listening to. If you think about it, some of the dopest cover arts you've seen so far. I mean, Future has some of the best when it came down to his mixtapes and stuff like that. When you think about Beast Mode, man, crazy cover art. When I forgot. Dang, he had a couple. I started stuttering. He had a couple. Basically, that to me really stood out. That you could tell the cover art stood out. So it also made the mixtape that much better. You feel me? So that's one big thing. The packaging, which when it come down to packaging, that's your cover art. You want your cover art to be on point. You want to look professional. You want to really explain and really kind of, you feel me, explain what your brand is, you feel me, or what the song is about, you feel me, because that's going to sell it to people before they actually hear the music. That's going to make them want to click on it, you feel me. You hear YouTubers and a lot of type of stuff, they talk about clickbait. Man, you need to start thinking about what your cover art look like. And some of y'all be half-assing it. Y'all take an old picture and y'all just crop it up, probably throw a couple words on there, such and such, such and such, and call it a day. I mean, that works if you do it in a certain way. That works depending on what your theme is, what your brand is. But if you're talking about you feel me, your song about pulling up in a Rari and doing all this type of stuff, but your cover art is you sitting on top of a Honda, you feel with a white tee on and some stuff like that, it doesn't really fit. You feel me? It doesn't really fit, man. So you really want the message to be inside of your cover art. Two, the next thing next. I mean, I said next thing next. Next thing is gonna be one of your biggest things. You feel me? Because that's gonna come down to the actual placement of where you. I mean, places that you can have your music placed, basically is knowing the actual date, having an actual timetable that you can get behind. You feel me? Because if you say a week and you ain't really out here pushing your music in that week, you don't got a list of blogs or nothing like that. You ain't contacting no blogs. You ain't doing nothing like that. You ain't give yourself the actual time to really get people behind your music. You feel me? And what I mean, and which gonna lead me to the third. But right now we talking about is really building up that anticipation about the song, the music, building up the hype, getting people to listen to your old music. You feel me? Get a couple snippets made. That's where your cover art comes into play in social media. You get a couple snippets made of your song with the cover art. You feel me? And you get to circulating that around so you can kind of feed them like mice. You feel me? Give them breadcrumbs so what they can kind of anticipate to come. If which lead me down to the next big thing that you need to have. You need to have you some type of landing page where you can save. Well, like you can basically you can have pre-saves basically. Like if you got United Masters or SoundCloud, or like repost by SoundCloud, they give you these basically like these fan pages, like single pages where people could come on and they can pre-save. You feel me? They can pre-save the Spotify or they can pre-save the Apple Music. And then here's the thing. So once the song is actually released, boom, it goes straight to their library and they can start streaming it. You feel me? And that also helps build you up on these platforms because now it's saying that people are anticipating, they pre-saving your music. So now your music start going up. Your music going up. Your music going up. But then that's one of the benefits of also having these pre-saved pages. They give you a landing page to send people to. So just in case, so if you're dealing with an Android user, you don't want to be sending out the Apple link because he or she doesn't necessarily have Apple. You feel me? They might not even have Spotify. They might be on Tidal or iHeartRadio. But then that's why it's important to have those links on these fan pages. But I kind of went ahead when I went to talk about the fan pages. We're going to kind of go back a little bit more too. Let's rewind it back a little bit because I also skipped over something that was also real big too. As far as when we was just talking about having that release date and things of that nature. Once you actually put your music up to be like distributed and you give yourself about like say if you give yourself a 30-day window on each project. It was like 30 day like even if you got 15 projects, you like shoot. Every week I'm gonna drop one, but we gonna start 30 days from now though. You feel me? Every week, 30 days from now, we gonna drop a single. But then you can also have it set up, you feel me, by your distribution company to be, you feel me, released just like that. And the reason why it's good to have that type of strategy, because now you can also start submitting your music to these different playlists, right? Like I told you on the previous episode, I use repost by SoundCloud distribution. I have my reasons for that. You feel me? One of the main reasons for that too is because you can submit your music to various playlists. You can submit to Spotify playlist, but you could also submit to SoundCloud playlist. You can also select to different radio stores, but it's a catch though. They got to be 2 weeks within the like you gotta have like a 2 week buffer point, and buffer mean like just like a little period where you feel me just like ain't nothing going on. Like you got 2 weeks until the actual release date, and for some of them they need 30 days until the actual release date. If you want to pitch yourself to like say like a store or something, to Tidal or to Spotify, to Apple or to Deezer or to iHeartRadio, you want to pitch your music to them to be like, oh yeah, this is an anticipated album coming up. Y'all should put some spotlight on this. They're going to need 30 days, you feel me, to really reach out to their team and get somebody to review your music. They're going to need 30 days. And for some of these playlists, like the Spotify and the SoundCloud playlists, not only do they need time to review it, they be like, it got to be 2 weeks. It got to be like, your release got to be within like 2 weeks, or after 2 weeks, like 2 weeks or later. So they give them time to to review it, but also I think that you got to wait 30 days. You got 30 days to submit, one single to these playlists. You feel me? So every 30 days you can submit a new single to these various different playlists. No matter if it's a SoundCloud or Spotify. So that gives you also time. So when the song is released, it's released to these playlists. You feel me? Which gonna help you get these streams and gonna put you in front of an audience that's already familiar or want to get familiar with your sound. You feel me? More streams means more moolah, but also more streams means you gonna go up in the algorithm, which is gonna, and which at the end of the day is gonna help you get even more streams. You feel me? And build that loyal following. And it all, it all starts with those three things. You feel me? You gotta give yourself some time. You also gotta make sure that package is right, man. Make sure that the packaging is right. You feel me? Or your product, which is your single or your album. You wanna make sure that packaging is right, and we wanna give yourself enough time to put together some type of marketing strategy. And you also wanna have a home base, something that you can lead people back to. You feel me? Where either they can save the music or get in contact with you, and also find out where can they also stream the music at. Because like I said, not everybody stream off the same platform. So they might do, but they might also got Pandora. It's like, damn, let me say you on Pandora. I might do got an Apple, you feel me, an Apple phone, an iPhone or something like that. I might do got Apple Music. You feel me? But I listen to Pandora because I work out, or I listen to Pandora while I'm at work or something like that. I'm gonna go add you on Pandora so I can add you to my list of, songs and radios and stuff like that. But it's your boy Bazz, and I'm about to get ready to tune out. But before I tune out, I want to let you know about something, man. Come join the family. For real, for real. If you got a voice out there, business, brand, musician, organizer, and you trying to have your cause be heard, and you trying to get yourself out there on a global scale, come join our platform. You feel me? By clicking the link in the description. Our Patreon program, you feel me, starting at $5 all the way up to $150, man. We gonna stand behind you, posting you to our blogs, giving you unlimited access to limited posts, to music blogs, to our magazine. You feel me? Being featured on the podcast for interviews. If you got a business, brand, or something coming out, man, we shout you out. Or you can even, depending on what tier you pick, you can have your own episode sponsored. You feel me? Sponsorship. And then you can also suggest different topics, artists. If you got a homie, like say if you just want to be a supporter, you go with the $5 plan. I just want to support. You feel me? You can suggest different topics, things that you want to hear about, things you want to know. You probably got a son, a brother, somebody, you feel me, that you working with. You feel me? You might be a music executive or something. You might just be a business owner or something like that. Like, hey, I want to pick your brain, make a topic about this. I got you. And the $5 is just an investment. You feel me? Because hey, you see these lights? Got to pay the bills some type of way, man. You feel me? Them YouTube checks ain't cutting right now. So we be trying to make it happen, and we make it happen. You feel me? Diversifying our income and just, leaning on our family. And, come join the family. You help us, we gonna help you. You feel me? Join the Patreon program. We gonna stand behind you full effect. Like I said, we are the voice. You are also the voice. It's a we thing, not a me thing, not a they thing, not a you thing. It's a us thing. You feel me? So come join the family. It's your boy Bazz. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm tuning out. Go stream my new single. You feel me? Go and get it. Available on all platforms. Most definitely on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Pandora. It's your boy Bazz. But I'm out, baby.